What's up, Axiom? It's me, Link, as you probably know, because I posted this video. But yeah, hey, I'm on my hunter right now, as you can see again, with the tiger, sitting here bouncing, and the wolf, sitting there bouncing. But either way, I'm making a quick little video. It's probably not gonna be quick, because I talk a lot, but it's a little video just to show you uh my rotation as far as my hunter's Beastmaster spec goes. Um, I'm mostly doing this because I have been asked, how do I get my rotation? What is my rotation? How do I get my DPS up? Stuff like that by various people in the guild. So I figured I would make a little video that would help explain some of that, especially considering that Beastmaster has not really been that great for the last 2 years or so. So it gives you a fresh look in how to do it and what you need to do and what buttons you need to push and all that good stuff. Let me light a cigarette real quick. All right, so here we go. First off, let's look at the macros that we use. As you can see, I have one macro. It's right here. You should right there. It just says buff. But I'll let you see what that macro is. That macro is a slash cast rapid fire slash cast call the wild. Um, I only use this one macro for my hunter. I have actually, I do apologize. I used two. Completely forgot about this one. Uh, this is a kind of a macro that would be unique if you have a spirit beast. Spirit beast have a talent called Spirit Mend, and it's a heal that will heal you for various amounts, depending on how if it crits or not, because it can crit. But it's a basic slash tar, my name slash cast Spirit Mend, so I don't have to actually target myself and cast it onto myself. Uh, it's basically an oh shit button. Yeah, there's always those dungeons where you're taking a lot of damage or your healer has died and you need just a little bit of a heal to keep yourself up so you can finish it off. And it actually really comes in handy. It saved my tail many, many times. And if you have a spear beast, I highly recommend making that macro. I also have one right here. It says Grady. It's a Grady macro. It's the same macro except for it targets Grady because he dies a lot in dungeons. I mean, a whole lot. Uh, I do use this macro too. This is just for tracking down rare spawns. It's just a slash target macro. Right now it's set to target the rare spawn Drake in uh Deep Home, and of course the hero slash cast Ancient Hysteria. So I can put it on my bar, and I have it on my pet bar. But yeah, the only one you really need to worry about is the slash cast rapid fire slash cast Call of the Wild. All right, let's get into what Call of the Wild is. Call of the Wild is a pet talent that you get uh, after you put 3 points into Spider Bite. Your pet will cast it passively if you do not turn it off. Like you can right click on a spell if it's shimmering and turn it off so it doesn't automatically cast that whenever it feels like it. Because you do want to cast it when it's appropriate for yourself. And what it does is it increases your pet's melee and yourself's ranged attack power by 10% for 20 seconds. So it's basically a 20-second damage increase by 10%, which is really nice. Now I macro that in with my rapid fire because my rapid fire is a speed increase by 50% for 15 seconds. So you're going to have a damage increase and a speed increase for 15 seconds, and 5 seconds after that, you're going to have an additional bit of damage increase. So it's a really big buff or cooldown to have for bosses. So keep that in mind. Put it on your bar. I do keep rapid fire on my bar still, and I only do that to keep an eye on the cooldown. Because sometimes I'll need rapid fire, and it'll cool down. I I think its cooldown is, yeah, it's longer. It's longer than the Call of the Wild. So yeah. As my build goes, Beastmaster is the spec that I'm using. Uh, Here is my build. It's much easier just to go to my armory page if it's working. I don't know if they're working yet, but regardless, you should be able to see pretty well of what my build is. I have 31 Beastmaster, 7 in Marksman, and 3 in Survival. So go check that out. And this is what I have found to be the best build personally. Pet talents go. This is my build. Again, you can see this in my armory, or you can come inspect me. You can check it out that way as well. But yeah, it's a really good build. All right, let's get into the money. All right, let's turn ourselves around a little bit. All right, so we're gonna work on the rating dummy. All right, so basically, if you don't know already, rating dummy is going to be the equivalent of a raid boss. So the damage that you would do to this dummy would be a good judge of what you would do in a raid scenario. I feel like this is the best judgment of your DPS because uh, it's going to be the most difficult. What you pull in this is really gonna show what you're able to pull in DPS. So let's get right down into the nitty gritty of this. All right, if you're a hunter, you should know that you always start out with a hunter's mark. Your hunter's mark is very important, so remember to keep that up on the boss as much as possible. All right, as Beastmaster, you start out with Bestial Wrath. Bestial Wrath sends you into a rage, which increases your damage dealt by 10% or 20%. Let me check that. Do not want to give out bad information. It increases your damage by 20% for 10 seconds. And your pet gets a damage increase by 20% for 10 seconds. So you're going to get a big damage buff, and all of your focus cost of your spells are going to be reduced by half. So you want to open with that. So let's get into it. Send our pet in. Bestial Wrath, and we want Arcane Shot. Just keep arcaning until your focus bar is completely empty. You don't want any focus left in your bar at all. Alright, with this being a raid boss, we pop our second cooldown, which is our buffs with Rapid Fire and Call of the Wild. Alright, and just lay into it until Rapid Fire is depleted. I have 5 seconds left on mine, so I'm going to keep Cobra shotting until that is empty. Alright, now go back to your aim shots until until your focus is completely empty. Then go back to your Cobra shots. That's all you have to do for this spec, really, is go back and forth between Cobra and Arcane Shot. That's going to give you your maximum amount of DPS. Now, if you see this power aura around me here, that is Focus Fire. Focus Fire, I only use when I get the power aura up. That means I'm going to get the most out of the um, haste buff I can out of that, which I will get into right after I'm done with this dummy. Alright, at this point, your Bestial Wrath is on cool, so you want to pop that and lay back in with Bestial Wrath until your focus is depleted once again. Alright, and mine is empty. Rapid Fire is back up, or Focus Fire, so we want to pop that and lay back in with Cobra shots until we're full. Alright, empty out your Arcane one last time. Alright. Okay, so that's that's the rotation. That's all you have to do as a Beastmaster. Super, super simple. Occasionally, if you feel the need and if you want to, you can throw in a kill command. It's not really necessary. If you're doing your Cobra shots and you're in your Cobra shot rotation, If you feel like your DPS is at a steady pace and you can survive like not cobra shotting. If you can slip in a kill command, that's really good because occasionally that will crit and it'll hit for like 17, 30. I've seen mine hit for 30k, so it can hit for a lot. It's just it's kind of a roll of a dice, but I recommend it if you want to. All right, let's get into what focus fire is. Focus fire, your pet builds frenzy, and what frenzy is basically is it's kind of a buff that your pet gets to increase its damage, and this stacks up to I can't remember actually. Let me check on that because it's going to bother me if I don't. Frenzy. Your pet gains 6% attack speed after attacking with a basic attack lasting for 10 seconds and stacking up to 5 times. So your pet's going to deal a shitload of damage. Your pet gains 6 attack power, or 6 attack speed, excuse me, stacking up to 5 times. So what your focus fire does is it consumes your pet's frenzy and restores 4 focus to your pet and increases your ranged haste by 3% for each frenzy stack consumed. Right, it stacks up to 5 times and you get 3% haste increase per stack. So you're going to get a lot of haste from that buff. So you do want to use it when the power aura comes up. When you get it though, you want to just use Cobra Shot with it because all of your other spells are going to be insta cast. So you have no need for haste there. Uh, so I would recommend just using it with your Cobra Shot. If it does pop up, it's not going to go away right away. You have a time. So go ahead and use it with your Cobra Shot, like I said, like 4 times now. Okay, so on that dummy, I think I maxed out at around I think I got 14k on there. I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention. I just rewind the video and tell me. But it stayed steady at 10k, which is, about normal for me. I'll stay steady at about 10k. My burst will go up to about 15. I've seen my burst go up to 20. It's really all dependent on your trinkets proccing and your crits. If you get a lot of crits, it's going to go higher. But 10k is good right now. Uh, a lot of people aren't pulling that amount of DPS, so it's really, really nice. So follow that simple uh, rotation of Cobra Shot, Aim Shot, Bestial Wrath, Kill Command when you feel like it, and Focus Fire when applicable. And I mean, you'll be right up there with me, which I'm not saying I'm the shit or anything. I'm just saying, you'll be able to compete. Things I do recommend having if you're able is things like the potions of Tulver, which increase your agility by 1,200 for 25 seconds. It's a nice little cooldown to have if you have time before a raid. Try if you have about, I don't know, maybe 20 of those in your bag, which is quite a lot. They're expensive. Macro that in with your Call of the Wild and Rapid Fire, and that's a lot of DPS right there. That's a big, big boost. But yeah, guys, that is a simple explanation, a good rotation, and I hope it helps. I will see you guys later.